Hey friends, my name is Bilal Khan and today I'm going to make a static website using Docker and Nginx. So the first thing that I'm going to do, as you can see here, that I'm present in the Docker directory, and inside this directory I will create another directory by the name of static website like this. And inside this directory I will create two files. The first one is the index.html and the second file is going to be Docker file. So basically I will create a static website that is a simple hello world, and after that I will write a Docker file for this, and inside this Docker file I will upload this static website in the Nginx server, or so that this static website can be run on the Nginx server. So this is the thing that I'm going to do. So first of all I will write this HTML file, and inside this I will give the title here like static website, like this. And now let's write the header one, and this is going to be hello Docker like this. And let's write the paragraph like this is the static website that is hosted on Nginx using Docker like this. So yeah, and now it is done now. So what I will do, I will go to the Docker file, and inside this what I will do, I will write from Nginx and then the what you can say Alpine. So based on this image the Docker file will be created, and this static website will be hosted on this Nginx server. All right, that I will show you in the local host. So after that let's write run, and the run command is going to be rmrf. And now let's write user share Nginx and then the HTML all. So what it will do, basically it will remove all the files that are present inside this HTML directory. All right, so user share Nginx and HTML directory, all the files that are present in it, those files will be created. And now after that what I will do, I will copy another file that is the index.html, and that file will be copied inside this HTML directory like this. All right, so yeah, this is how it will work, from user to share to Nginx and then HTML. Inside this HTML directory, this index.html file that I copied here, that I have written it here, this file will be copied inside this HTML directory. After that, once it is copied, what I will do, I will write expose this in this 80 port. All right, and after that let's write cmd, and the cmd I will write like Nginx, and let's write g, and then the daemon off like this. So what does it mean? So basically it will run the Nginx server, and basically it will run the Nginx server in the foreground. So these are the two commands that will show that it will this Nginx server, this static website will run on the Nginx server in the foreground. So what does it mean by foreground? So basically the Docker container will not stop until the Nginx server is stopped. If the Nginx server is running, then the Docker container will also be running. So unless the Docker Nginx server is stopped, the container will also stop. If the Nginx server is not stopped, then the Docker container will keep running. All right, so this is the thing that you need to keep in mind. So this is the reason that the foreground will make them make the Nginx server and the Docker container running at the same time. So if the Nginx server is stopped, then in that case the Docker container will be stopped, and otherwise the Docker container will not stop. So yeah, this is how it will done. So after that let's save this one also. And now what I will do, I will write Docker build. First of all let's write are there any kind of containers. So as you can see here that this is the static website container that I already created. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to delete this container, and I will also show you the images also, that what are the images. As you can see here that these are the two images that are created, so I need to delete this image. And the first thing that I'm going to do is to stop this container, like first of all I need to write PSA, and let's stop this container Docker stop, and the container ID, let's give the container ID like this. Now this is stopped. Now I can delete this by writing rm like this, or I can say write docker ps aq. So it will delete all the containers, including the running ones and the stopped ones. So let's press enter on this. Now you can see if I write psa, you will see that no container is present in it. So now let's write docker images. So let's write docker rmi for deleting the images. So let's write $sign here, docker images q, like this. So it will delete all the images that are present. So if I show you the images, you will see that no images present in it. So now after that, I will run this code, and I will build this docker file and run it. So how can I do this? I will write docker build t for the tag. So it is the tag of this docker file is going to be static website, like this. So it should be all right. So now I need to be present inside this, what you can say, inside this static website, like this, before building it. So now I'm present in the static website. Let's run this same command, and now let's write the dot here also. Dot is basically showing you the current directory. So I'm present in the current directory. So yeah, this is how it will work. So now it will take some time to build this image, and after that I will run it. So let's wait for this. So it's pulling the images. So I have to wait. Some of the images are pulled, are not pulled, they are pulling, and after that some of them are in wait. Now you can see that this docker container is successfully built, and all the first of all this Nginx image from the library was pulled, and after that, based on this pulled image, the docker container is built. So after that, let's write clear, and now let's write docker run D for the, what you can say, detached mode. So the docker container will run in the detached mode, and P for the port. So the port is 80. So let's first of all write 8080 and then write the port number. Alright, so the 8080 is the local host, and now the port number will be given, and after that let's write the static website that is basically be running in the Nginx server. So let's press enter on this. Now you can see that the image ID is shown to me. So after that, let's go to the browser and write 8080 like this. So now you can see that hello Docker, this is a static website that is hosted on Nginx using Docker. So yeah, this is how it will work. Alright, so now this is working fine. So now let's write git add, git commit, what you can say, created a static website in Docker and hosted on Nginx server, like this. So yeah, git push origin main. So now this is done. Now let's close this like this. Now all the data are now added. So let's go to the GitHub repository and refresh this. 9 commits. So after that there will be 10 commits. So as you can see here, 10 commits, static website. Now, so yeah, currently it is loading now. So yeah, let's wait for this or refresh this. Maybe it will, yeah, it is taking some time. So now you can see that this is the Docker file and the HTML file that I created. So now this is how it will work. So I hope you understood and liked this video. So if you liked it, then make sure to subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions, then ask those questions in the comment section below. I'll be happy to answer all of them. So till then, goodbye.